Good morning, everybody. It's me, your host Veronica, and I'm back with another video for you all. Today, I'm going to talk about the topic of social media and how it can hold you back as an artist and how you can avoid being held back by social media. Before we jump into today's topic, let's review my goals from last week. Here they are in their full glory. About halfway through the week, I decided that these sections didn't really make sense to me anymore, so I updated them with this and added a couple of extra goals. I added several extra goals for ideas. I was kind of running dry on inspiration. I didn't really know what I wanted to be doing exactly. And these are the ones I ended up finishing. The ones that are still dark. Not very many. I did draw a lot, just not many of my previous goals. Stick around till the end of the video to see what my goals are for the next 2 weeks. A disclaimer, this might not work for everybody. This is just what's worked for me and how I think through things. I would encourage you to find your own methods that work for you dealing with these issues, and I would love to hear what techniques you've discovered to overcome these struggles. The first thing I'd like to talk about is comparison. You go scroll through Twitter and you see some art and you think, oh man, I wish I could draw that good. There's no way I can draw that good. Why do I even try? I'm a failure. Or, you just scroll through and you look at them and you think how far you are from the people you aspire to be. If you notice yourself thinking those things, there's a couple of other ways you can try to think about the situation to overcome the negativity and to be inspired by the art instead of discouraged by it. One of them is inspiration. You say, oh, the way they shaded this is so interesting, I want to do that next time I draw a picture. Another is motivation, thinking, oh, one day I can draw like this. If I continue working hard, this is going to be what I can produce. Isn't that exciting? A third method is, I guess, the same. It's similar, but not quite the same. They kind of, if one of them doesn't work, this one kind of does, and it's, wow, I still have so much to learn. In the sense that learning is very exciting for me. I really love the act of learning and improving, and so seeing that gap can actually motivate me because I want to improve so much that I'm willing to work harder to close it faster, or even just to reach it eventually. As long as I continue working, I'll continue improving. And I know there's more to improve to, and I'm glad I'm not going to be stuck ever. I'm always going to have something to achieve. And since ascending and getting better is my favorite thing to do with art, the reason I do it is that it's exciting. The second thing I would like to talk about that can be an issue for artists online is the idea post every day. I'm sure you've heard it at some point. The second thing that can get a lot of artists down is the idea that you need to post every day. You rush and struggle, and maybe for a week or two you can do it. And you work really hard and you can post every day, but then you get tired and you think, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't post every day. I must not be a true artist. let's look real close at the posting schedule of a very prominent artist, Loish. It looks like she's posted once in March, 7 times in February, and a handful more in January. You don't need to post all the time. In fact, if you find yourself stuck with your art, I might recommend taking a break from posting to social media. Let yourself develop outside of its metrics and just enjoy the art of creation without external reward. If creating every day is an issue for you, then congratulations. You are one of the blessed few. For me, and many others I know, making something new and interesting to share every day is impossible. So, relax, know that you aren't a minority. Creating is difficult and it takes tremendous amounts of time and energy. And that you should just relax and enjoy yourself in the creation and not worry about trying to stick to a schedule. Along with that, another thing, and possibly the most difficult part of posting to social media, is the likes, the comments, the numbers, how many followers you have, how many followers they have. It's taxing in a way and difficult to comprehend, possibly, to someone who doesn't use social media, how draining it can be to work on a piece of art for hours, 4 hours, 10, and receive barely any attention from it. You want to quit, or you say, what was wrong about this, even though it was perfectly good. You try and your past success, and then you get discouraged, and then you become sad, and you don't have the energy to work that you once did. If that's the case, taking a break for social media is what helps me the most. Asking friends for their opinions also helps. Assurance that you are doing enough and that you are skilled. Especially if your friends, you know they can be honest with you. If you say, will you tell me what you love most in my art? And they'll tell you. If one of you is watching this, thanks. Your words mean everything to me. If you guys have any other ideas of topics or issues with social media or any other struggles you have as an artist continuing to create and keeping a positive mentality, I'd love to hear them. Please put your thoughts in the comments. And with the end of that topic comes the goals for next week's. Comes the goals for the next couple of weeks of April. They didn't really... Currently, the way my brain processes things, categories don't help me very much. I think it's the phase I'm in. One thing I'm going to pay careful attention to is the phase I'm in with art. And I don't really know enough about that right now to give any concrete information about it, but just know that that's what I'll probably be focusing on. So my only goals are to experiment with what I'm doing, see what my limits are, test them, relax, just draw some stuff that's fun, stuff that I feel like doing, and gift art, mostly because gift art motivates me to create better than almost anything else. I usually end up creating interesting and different stuff than I normally do with gift art. So I look forward to seeing how this turns out. Everything might change at the halfway point, you never know. Until then, have a fantabulous day. Goodbye!